You know, we get these ideas that you're going to do some strange things and some different things, and you know, these ideas flash in your head, and you can't really grab onto them. It's just, you know, like it's what would you call it, monochrome, just this monochrome idea that's just flashing in your head. You're not, it hasn't really become anything. It's just flashing there, just randomly, and you know, you try and grasp it and you just can't quite. Sometimes it's a little longer. Sometimes you can, you know, get a bit of the taste of peanut butter off that sandwich, but other times it's just nothing. You know, you're in the process of something. You know, you're processing information, whether that information be just internal self-improvement or something else. You know, it's just like mush, and it's just there, and it looks similar to reality, but it's just not quite right, not quite the same. It just shifts a little. So I'm trying to sign up for university. I need a change in career. I've never really spent that much time. I did that film course, but that was essentially just because I was interested in it, not because I necessarily thought anything would come of it, even though making films is what I've always wanted to do, that and be an inventor. So not really an inventor. I have ideas, but again, it's sort of milky. It's just this milky monochrome vision that is sometimes in my brain, sometimes that I have. So I have a couple. I just don't have the facilities to do anything about it at the moment. And so become a secondary school teacher. I know a fair bit of stuff about stuff, even though some of it's milky and monochrome and vague. But as a general rule, I can read a book. I can impart information. I can also do it without swearing, in theory. So we'll see how that goes. But 250 word thing about why I should be a teacher is it's just a little bit tedious. And usually when they ask specific questions, I can't answer specific questions the way that they want, because that's just not how my brain formulates things. You know, the milkiness that's there is not necessarily coherent to other people. It's just the way that it is. But anyway, this Duvalaki, you know, who or what was it that influenced your desire to become a teacher? I mean, I could say 3 months holidays a year. That would only be partially correct. I mean, the reason I say that, not interested in 3 months holiday a year, but my wife manages to go on holidays. She's a teacher, and I can't go on those holidays with her because I just don't have a job that facilitates that. Why is teaching a good career choice? Well, I have a bunch of knowledge that should be imparted, so that's pretty easy, but what am I going to write? That my individual touch is needed to stop producing mindless drones, which is what the school system may potentially be producing a little more of than is ideal for the progress of society. And should I even be putting this in a video? I mean, they don't know that I'm fat and ordinary. They don't know a lot of things. But if they've got someone looking through social media, they might be able to link all these different things together and find out that this is who and who is this, and maybe. Why are you interested in teaching children and young people? Because I think they are the future. You know, we need to teach them well and let them lead the way and show them all the beauty they possess inside. And stuff and things. What does being a good teacher mean? Well, I've had two in my life, really only two good teachers. Mrs. Matthews in grade 6 and 7 at Ironside State School and Mr. Goodall at Harvey Bay High. They legitimately cared, and they were legitimately able to see that my issues weren't from being dumb, they were from being bored. So hopefully I can help some kids along the way. And what skills and abilities? I can talk all good and shit, and I can count to more than 10 because I'm not wearing shoes. So, you know, that'll make me a all good and shit at teaching stuff. Anyway, that's just a bit of a joke. It was just really stressing me out having to write this thing and answering it the way that I think they would want to to me just seems disingenuous. But in the past, when I've tried to answer things the way that I would normally answer them, which might have a percentage of smart assiness and a percentage of brain potato mash, so it just feels a bit disingenuous. None of it's necessarily incorrect, but it's not necessarily what I believe and how I think. So, like it took me like 10 goes to get a job with Coles because they just kept asking these questions that I would just never get myself in the situation. And it's not that I don't understand hypotheticals, but how am I meant to answer a hypothetical that I would never be in? That there was not a single chance that I would have ever ended up in the situation that they wanted me to answer. So, and it didn't give me an option. It was like A, B, C, or D. Will you do this, 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 or this? Not, hell, fuck, no, I'm not ending up in that situation. Should have been the answer that I was able to give. But no, that's not what happens. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about that. If you can't be good, then I guess you just can't be good. That's just the way things are. And be moderately not unpleasant to one another.